Hello, good morning. I'm kind of thinking, what if I bring y'all along for a whole weekend vlog? How would that sound? Because we got a lot going on this weekend and I just honestly think it could be really fun. This weekend we are hosting our second annual Float Fest. Basically this concept started last year when we were hosting a lot of just different hangs and parties, and I wanted to host like a big invite everybody we know type of party, and Jordy and I were talking and we were like, how could we do this in a way that's really fun and affordable? And I was like, what if we just did an ice cream float bar? So all we really buy is ice cream and drinks, and then we float in the pool and we call it Float Fest. And so we're doing that again this year. It honestly was like my favorite thing that we ever hosted, but I'm up leveling a little bit and I'm doing like a French fry bar, and I've been making some sugar cookies. So I'm just prepping for that. And I kind of want to bring y'all along for all of that. My brother-in-law is coming in town this weekend. I have pottery with Katie, just fun things, just fun weekend things. So I'm like, should we just hang out this whole weekend? Something fun to start this video is I have curated Jacqueline, my sister, some outfits. I am getting to work with Express on today's video, a brand that I love so much. The tanks I wear every single day that I sleep in and work out in, those are Express. Also my favorite trousers, those are also Express. Anyways, I got an email from them asking if I would want to work on them on today's video to show some of the new kind of fall pieces. And I was like, well, yeah, obviously, because I love you, but I feel like weird being the recipient of new items all the time, and I know my sister is in a season of like corporate life and going out and just could probably use some fresh outfits. So I texted her and she was like, oh my gosh, yes, please. And I said, okay, what do you need outfits for? And she said, literally the office and going out at night and things that can transition between the two. And I said, say less, I'm gonna curate you some outfits. So I've put together a few things and maybe we could try them on, and then I'm gonna package them up and send them off to her. These are the things I got her. I'm gonna link all these things down below. We're almost the same size, so I'll try them on so you can see them. Okay, let's start with a more weekend outfit that I got. This girl loves a wide leg jean and a cute top, and then she'll wear it with like sneakers during the day, or she'll wear little like tiny little strappy sandals at night. Uh-oh, this denim is so comfy. I might need a pair of these. I am influencing myself of what I got Jacqueline. Okay, this tank, so comfy, so cute. I love that you don't need a bra with it. And you can adjust the straps, these little tie straps. Are you kidding me? Look at these wide leg pants. These are so comfy. Yet again, not like a rigid material. I feel like I've been finding some good material denim lately that are just kind of like flexy and loose. And these actually fit me pretty well. I thought that these would be more for her body type, which they will also fit her well because we're similar. But there's no waist gap at all. Are you kidding? Pardon me? Yet again, so comfortable, so cute. This little double thing and the little extra. I think she's gonna really like this. I haven't seen her in anything a little bit, you know, revealing though, so interested to see how she feels about that, but I know it's gonna look so good on her, pushing her boundaries a little bit. That's what big sisters are for. Okay, I tried to find her all things that could mix and match. Like this tank would be so cute with the jeans, and then the last shirt would be so cute with these trousers, but these are also so cute together, like this with a black blazer over top, very corporate girly, I think. Never had a corporate job, just going off what I see in the movies. But this tank is this like ruched detailing. There's actually boning in here, so it's kind of like a corset top. Just, I know that this blue will be so pretty with her eyes. And then I got her my favorite trousers two different ways. I'm a 4, but I got her a 2, so these are a little bit tight on me. I got her one long and then one regular, so this is the long length. This is the perfect length if she wears a little bit of a heel with it. I don't know if she wears heels to the office, but this one like skates right above my foot. So if you wore just a little bit of a lifted type of shoe, these are absolutely perfect. But I also got her the regular length in a different color if she wears flats, or I don't know what types of shoes she normally wears to the office. But these would also be so cute as going out pants with a glass top and some heels. You seeing the vision? It's kind of like a capsule wardrobe. And then brace yourself. How chic is this monochromatic outfit? I saw that the trousers came in this new color, and so did this top. Obviously, if she wanted to wear this to the office, she's gonna need like a cardigan, she's gonna need some sleeves, but then just shed that after, and boom, so cute. I love these together. And then so easy to mix and match. Like she can wear this with shorts for a date night, this with a different top to the office. But I just loved the fact that these colors were identical. Wow, I might convert her to a big fan of this brand. Okay, I'm gonna put back on my clothes so that I don't wrinkle these. And then maybe I'll finish my cookies. I'm kind of losing hope in them. They're looking pretty bad. Let's see if we can make these less ugly. Today I'm going to make white frosting. This is what we got. Some of them I tried to cut the sides, some of them I gave up. They're just currently circles. I'm going to make white to do the middle and some lines like floats, and I'm considering possibly also trying to ice the outside of these and roll them in sprinkles so that you can't see how my flood icing literally flooded down the side. But I am running out of powdered sugar and I would love to not go to the store, so we'll see how much icing we get and how much is left over and let that determine that. Let's do it. Just decided to lean into making them look whatever they are because I don't want to spend too much time on them. So this is what we got. I did these pink little striped sprinkles on the green and the blue. And then when I ran out of the pink sprinkles, I did these. These are actually dye-free. I made these icing with like dye-free food coloring, and then this unicorn sprinkle is also artificial coloring free, which they got some really pretty colors, so it's pretty impressive. So I'm about to transfer all of these back onto this, wrap it up, and then I'm actually making a Sani bucket, which is like a restaurant level sanitizer, and I'm just gonna wipe down the whole kitchen to prepare for hosting this weekend. I need to mop the floors, there's crumbs everywhere. Just do a big old industry level wipe down cleanup situation. Back when I worked on the line and in a kitchen, we would have to do that as part of your closing shift every single day. And I used to hate that time, but now it's honestly such a great hack in your kitchen at your home because you just buy those little tablets. Here, I'll show you them. You can order them on Amazon. They look like this. This has 150, and then you just reuse the same bucket and rag. So it's like very low waste. I'm sure there's some crazy chemicals in this. I honestly don't even know, but it's what every kitchen uses in all of America, like every commercial kitchen. And I only use it whenever I'm prepping large amounts of food to like host, or if I wreck the kitchen and I'm like, okay, we need a deep clean. But anywho, I was just answering a few emails, and Jordy is doing me a big solid and doing the whole Costco run for Float Fest. So I should actually turn on my ringer because I told him to FaceTime me to see the ice cream options because I want huge tubs of ice cream. I think I want one fruity kind of sherbety one that could go with Sprite or champagne. You could do obviously just a regular root beer float, or you could do like a rum and Coke float. Like just different ways to make it like kid friendly, adult friendly. I also feel like doing a coffee liqueur and then doing like a coffee ice cream situation would be really fun. So anywho, I'm just blah blah blahing. I kind of am tempted to do something that I really don't need to do. Classic me. Just getting distracted. I kind of want to re-wallpaper 2 walls in my office because the way that it's falling down is just getting worse and worse and worse. And I think I could do it in an hour or so. So I kind of just want to knock that out, especially before we have my brother-in-law and just other guests staying upstairs. I would love to just get that done and see if it stays sticking a little bit better before maybe having to determine if I need to do a different type of wallpaper or just paint above the baseboard in there. If y'all saw the last vlog, you know. So, but this corner is, I think, where I self-sabotaged because it's just such a slight corner that I didn't cut the paper in the corner. I just carried it through. And I think that made it not have the full adhesive. So I think what I have to do is like just hand cut a straight line. And then, oh, this is gonna be hard. But I have a lot of extra backup rolls, so I have room to mess up. Okay, so like an hour or so later, maybe I'm delusional, but I think cutting all the corners and making them line up might have actually fixed the problem. I also went through and
The spots that I cut the corners, I caulked. So if it wasn't like perfectly lined up, you can't really tell as much anymore. Like here's the side, here's the side, here's where I cut. And I'm hoping that that will make it like actually stick. Time will tell. This is all just an experiment, but I redid these few panels and then I redid from like here to like here. So hopeful. Gotta clean up my mess now and put everything back together, but thanks for coming on this adventure with me. Jordy also just got back from Costco and Smart & Final. Actually, I should just show you. Float Fest underway. Look at the amount of ice cream. This is a 3-gallon jug of vanilla. Showing our ice cream haul. You did a good job. Thanks, Costco King. I'm just making a little list of things that I need to remember to buy. The other dessert I'm doing, I think I might have told you, is donuts. I'm just gonna buy, you can get like 12 for $6.99 at Walmart or Target or places like that. Did you know these days Krispy Kreme is $21 for a dozen glazed donuts? When did that happen? I thought glazed donuts were 80 cents. But anyways, getting stuff to make the same thing as the cookies, but on donuts. And then my friend Katie is gonna make little bars, and on top of the bars are gonna have a peach ring and a teddygram to look like the teddygram is floating in the peach ring. So cute. So just getting my brain in order, and then I'll go get my office in order.
Getting ready downstairs this morning. Hi. Weekend festivities are officially beginning. Yesterday, besides the cookies and the wallpaper, it was kind of a, wrap up the work week kind of day. We made pulled pork tacos with the Costco pulled pork, and then Trader Joe's has almond flour tortillas now, and they slap. They hit. So I just did the pulled pork, those almond flour tortillas, the like guac salsa guac, whatever they call it, at Trader Joe's. Cilantro, cheese, so simple, so good, and lime. That's what it was. So that was our, evening. Sorry I didn't get any footage. Now we play, and I'm so excited. Let me give you a little rundown. I am taking Katie as my guest to Pilates today because I get to bring a guest every month for free. So we're gonna do that, and then she has a little bit of break that she's going home to watch her baby before her husband takes baby for her to come to pottery. So what I'm thinking about doing today is before Pilates, running to get a few last minute things that we need for Float Fest. One thing that I bought last year is I had these buckets that I filled with ice and put the drinks in, and I only have one of them now. So I'm just gonna go try to find some cheap buckets that I can fill with ice and have drinks in for the float bar. Do that before Pilates, then do Pilates. And then I would love to get my nails cut short because let me tell you what, throwing on the wheel with these claws, so many times I will get a shape almost perfect and then I'll accidentally catch it with my fingernail and just rip it off. So before pottery today, I think I want to see how short we can get these down. I think I want to leave, this is Gel X. I want to leave Gel X on my nail because this lasts through anything. So now I only go pretty much every like 4 to 5 weeks, which is why these are so grown out. And not having to go that often is actually way more cost effective than any other type of nail I've had. So that's kind of my day. And then Jordy and I have a prep night tonight. We're gonna kind of divide and conquer all the tasks of getting tonight in order because tomorrow morning we go pick up Liam from the airport. So he's gonna be playing chauffeur in the morning, and tonight is kind of our best time to prep. So that's a little look at our day today. I think it's gonna be a fun filled day, honestly. I should bring y'all along for days off more often. They're awesome. Remember how I was complaining about Krispy Kreme prices? These were on clearance, half off, $2. $2 for 6, so I got 2 dozen. And then I also got an array of whipped cream types for the ice cream bar. I guess all the floats are now on clearance because they're getting ready for Halloween stuff. Great time to have Float Fest. But I'm being good. I'm not gonna... $5? $3.50? Oh, maybe I'm not being good. No, we don't need it. $3.50 is crazy. Wow. Okay. No, I'm being good. I was gonna go straight to fix my nails from Pilates, but I was thinking about those tacos that I told y'all about so much during the whole Pilates class that I'm coming home to make them. All you do is you take the almond flour tortillas. We bought these yesterday. We're already out. And I'm melting some of this just regular like Mexican style cheese blend cheese on it like this. And then this is the pulled pork from Costco. So good. Also certified gluten-free. Just heated that up. Guaca salsa. Cilantro. Lime. Boom. 10-second meal. Well, okay. That's an exaggeration. But it feels like it. They are shorter. I did ask her if we could go shorter 3 times when she did like the first test nail to file, and she was like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." I could have even gone shorter, TBH, but this will be a huge improvement for pottery. Also, this was the first time that I brought my AirPods, like this type. Where'd they go? And I see people do this all the time, and I've never been that person, but they have phone stands at every single station. And I'm an AirPod Max girly, but I have these too. And this is nice because you could have one in and still, you know, hear and talk and communicate. And I reviewed some of my own YouTube video footage that I need to send into brands and get scheduled and stuff while I was in there. So I was like, wow, game changer. I also, though, thought about something that happened last night that's just a really funny experience, and I was meaning to tell y'all about this. Just funny story time. I was on a walk with my friend last night, and she ran into some of her friends. So we stopped, we said hi, we introduced each other, and most of the time when I introduce myself, Michel, people think I say Raquel. It's funny, when people see my name spelled, they assume I'm Michelle, but whenever I say, "Hi, Michel," they assume I said Raquel. So I normally say with an M whenever they say, "Oh, Raquel," and I'm like, "Yeah, Michel with an M," but this girl last night was like, "Oh, Raquel," and I said, "Oh, with an M," and she goes, "Rakem?" Rakim is a great name. I just thought that was really funny. I should probably start saying Michel with an M instead of just with an M. Anyways, I am so tired today. My Aura sleep score last night was okay. It wasn't great, so maybe that's part of the reason why. Max was very vocal last night. I don't know what he was saying out the window, but every hour or so he would alert us.
Woke me up on any morning. Giving me a sign before your mind. Gave up, gave in if you're wondering. Well, if you're wondering, there's nothing personal. Just never want to see you again. There's nothing personal. If it wasn't worth it all. See, the problem is I never had enough.
Hello, I'm home. I just put on self tanner and it's so sticky, but I'm not gonna be a pale princess for a pool party. Oh, speaking of pale princess pool party, Katie and I were talking about how we were doing Pilates and pottery, and I was like, I love an alliteration theme. What's a drink we could bring to pottery that starts with a P? And she brought peach tea. So we had a pre-pool party, Pilates princess and pottery with peach tea party. A preemptive pool day, Pilates princess pottery peach tea party. Jordy is wrapping up some tasks, and then we are going to party prep for our pool party. Let's cue prep night. Let's go. Fest day. Pool's heating. House is, somewhat clean. I'm not gonna deep clean it until after I prep the food. The only other thing that I'm prepping are the donuts. Jordy is on his way to the airport to pick up brother-in-law. I started my second ever Emily Henry book called Beach Read, and I am 30% of the way through it. I really like it. But then I got on Book Talk, and people are on Book Talk are making fun of people that like Emily Henry books. Anywho, I like it. Okay? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. We have our donuts. I got just icing like this. We're doing the cheater way. And then just like the cookies, I'm gonna do half of them with pink sprinkles, half of them with blue sprinkles. This is our unhealthy, I mean, everything is unhealthy, but this is our not caring about the ingredients snack. Very artificial food coloring, too many ingredients for icing, but I worked hard on the sugar cookies. Those are gluten-free and dye-free and homemade, so we're taking one cheater way as well, just to have options. Well, they look pretty bad. I actually like the dye-free colors so much better than the artificial colors, but we have float nuts. Should I make a sign that says that? Whatever, food is food. Something I am proud of though is the sign that I made last night. Float bar, and it says, or some inspo at least. We have the classic float, which of course, vanilla, soda, cherry. Pop the bubbly, sherbet. I learned yesterday, it's sherbet. Anyways, sherbet, Prosecco sprinkles, boozy chocolate, chocolate Irish cream liqueur, fudge drizzle. Which, by the way, look at how cute the branding of this is. Look at these. Isn't that the cutest packaging I've ever seen? Jack and Coke, mocha, you get it. Just some inspo. So I'm just gonna set it up exactly like I did last year. I just checked Jordy's location. He's home here pretty soon. So I'm gonna tidy a bit. I think he was running to get ice, dry ice, all that sort of thing. And then I would love to get some fresh flowers for the house because my lilies are dying, and that's my only errand today. So I will check back in with y'all once we get to actually decorating because that's gonna be the fun part. I did blow up these last night. This says Float Fest after I hang them and space them out appropriately. Oh, and I need to make the French fries. That's right. Can't forget that. It's been a little bit of time. Changed into my swimsuit. We're still a couple hours out, but I want to show you the progress I've made, and then I think we can finally put up the decor. I did start setting out some things for the float making station. We have the sign I made in the middle. These heart straws are actually leftover from last year. They're so cute. I got each of our little fudge and caramel, some real cherries, and some fun sprinkles that are all natural. And then I have some flutes, so I think I'll just have this out for people that just want, you know, to drink something. But these buckets, these are what I bought yesterday. They're made for drinks and they're leaking everywhere. And then this is new to our hosting lineup, but I'm really excited about it. It's a heat lamp for food. So once it's time for French fries, I'm gonna keep them under here to keep them all nice and warm. I made all these little sauce packets so people can easily take ketchup, Chick-fil-A sauce, and mustard to the pool with their French fries. And we got the cookies ready to go. I'm thinking the balloon letter Float Fest would be fun to hang over this window. I don't know if the breeze will knock it off throughout the day, but I kind of feel like it's worth a try. So let's try that first. I went ahead and used this truffle salt to make them truffle fries, and I have them just on keep warm until it's time to plate them up. But oh my gosh, they smell so good. And besides that, the only thing I'm waiting on is filling the sink with ice and ice cream, but I'm gonna do that literally at 6:30 when people should be arriving. So everything is ready to go. Look at this fudge. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Thanks for helping me set up my favorite low effort party that we do. I can say that we do because it is the 2nd annual and I can't wait till the 3rd. I'm just gonna end this on a little happy montage of Float Fest, but thank you for spending a whole weekend with me. Whenever I film 3 days of vlogs, I'm like, did I film way too much or not enough? I can't even remember what I filmed the first day because it's been lots of days of me just chit-chatting and picking up the camera absolutely whenever. But I'm excited. And thanks again to Express for partnering with me on this video. Stay tuned because in 2 vlogs from now, I go to Texas. I see Jacqueline and I'll give her what I picked out for her. But I will have all those pieces linked down below if you want to check them out for yourself too. A couple of those things I might need for myself. Okay, Max, you ready to host a party? You ready to host a party?
This guy loves hosting parties, especially when there's ice cream because he might get a little taste of it.
All right, let's do it.